What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. So, last time we started off on the 1B section of the first act, which has us walking around with Elaine, Swin, and Nadia. Swin and Nadia are obviously left in charge of running the Spriggan organization, while Van is out of town, and Elaine wants their help on some research about some things going on in the city. So for now, Elaine is helping with the Spriggan duties, which is why she's in her casual outfit. She's like a pseudo Spriggan. Now, originally I said I was going to do the Martian Garden stuff, but I ended the last video, opened the Martian Garden, and there actually was a cutscene for some new playable characters in the garden. So unfortunately, I have not done that yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the cutscene here right now, and then we're gonna back out and, you know, do the video like normal. And then at some point when I'm done recording for the night, I will go into the garden and do all the floors we unlock. I'm obviously not gonna do it right after this because obviously the night is still young and I want to get some videos done. So let's go ahead and get our new characters. Thus, additional members were added to the Martian Garden incursion team. Van and his crew then connected to the same session for a face-to-face meetup in digital reality. As expected.
これが仮想空間ってやつか。マジでこの場にいるみてえな。それに聖魂の力まで使えるとは。やっぱ MK ってのはイカれてやがるな。
そうですね。砲術を利用した領域展開。それすらもはるかに超えた常識外れの技術。MK 社の情報収集という意味では有意義かもしれません。一度手を組んだだけの我々にここまで手伝わせる図太さはさておいても、
相変わらず一言多いっつの。だがまあ了承してくれてこっちも助かるぜ。担当者の姉さんもいいデータが取れそうなんて快く許可してくれたしな。
Look at us, teaming up with Dominions again. Who'd have thunk it? There's not a lot of you, right? Just 12 or something? We'd only ever gotten to know 2 up till now. Yeah, well, we've already heard plenty about you. Word is you were kind enough to turn over some artifacts to us a while back. But not before busting one of them to pieces the last time Crossbow went balls up. This is the first I'm hearing of that. I reserve the right to remain silent? Who's that supposed to fool? Enough teasing, Cells, you've had your fun. It's not worth pointing fingers at this stage. We know it's an unavoidable consequence. Anyway, it's nice finally putting some faces to all the rumors. This probably won't be a long-term thing, but hey, good to work with you. Likewise. Yeah, so obviously the only 2 that Swin and Nadia have met would be Gaius and Wazi. Alright, so that's handled, so now I have that all accessible. And before I finish recording for, like, finally for the night, I'll make sure there's no more characters to worry about. So now we can head over here and check out the 4 SPG. Oh, something for Eddy. Haven't seen Eddy in a while. Okay. Are you Thompson? Are you the Thompson that sent in a request? Oh, yes, I take it that means you're the Spriggan, correct? You're a bit different from what I imagined. Well, the guy who usually does these jobs had to leave Edith for a bit, so we're helping him by taking out on the requests ourselves. We're fully equipped to take care of things as well as any Spriggan would. So I've seen this kind of, I don't know if I really want to call it misunderstanding because we don't have all the information really, but it seems like a lot of fans are under the assumption that Van isn't the only Spriggan. just by the way things are worded, you know, when they word stuff like this as any Spriggan would, I don't believe there's actually, I think being a Spriggan is literally just Van's MO. I don't think there are other Spriggans elsewhere in Zemuria. I'm pretty sure it's literally just, well, that's kind of cool. It shows you how many lines there are, lines of text there are in the game. We've already gone through 1,500 lines of text since starting the game. And 100 of these. But yeah, so I don't believe that there's any, I think when they say as any Spriggan would, they're referring to anyone who works Van and his subordinates. We've also made aware of the goings on behind the scenes in the capital. You can rely on us. I see, in that case. I feel like I've seen that woman before. Maybe it's just my imagination. Shall we get down to it then? Of course, whenever you're ready. Your request was about someone named Eddy going missing, right? That's right, I'll go ahead and give you the full rundown. You see, I run several food stands throughout the capital. Eddy started working a stand selling roasted nuts at the end of last year. Eddy, that's a name from Van's notes. The son of the general store owner in Old Town. He used to be a member of a gang called Desire. Former gang member, huh? Sounds like foul play could be involved. Is that why you put out a 4 SPG instead of going to the guild or police? That's right, but I'm telling you, Eddy's turned over a new leaf. He's a real hard worker. I just can't believe he'd up and leave without saying a word to anyone. So do you think you could find out what happened to him? What do you think we should do, S? Yeah, may as well. Alright, leave it to us. Well, I certainly have no objections. Not to mention, if there's any possibility he's in danger, it's my duty to help. I appreciate it. Please, find out whatever you can about what's happened to Eddy. I'd like to lend you a hand, but I do have to get back to work after this. If you find anything in the meantime, please feel free to contact me. Okay, we'll do our best. Alright then, I shall be waiting for some good news. Desire, huh? According to Van, several of their members were brutally killed a couple days ago. And now a former member's gone missing. It's certainly possible that these events are connected, but we shouldn't jump to any conclusions at this stage. Let's take things slowly. We should start by talking to people in Van's network who might know Eddy. We know who Eddy's mom is, don't we? Let's get to it then, to Newberry General Store. Well, she's all gung-ho about this. I will say, the next game is going to be a lot longer video-wise than this game, than the last two games, because there are a lot of optional 4 SPGs, and obviously I'm gonna do them all. Like, compared to the first two games, it's not even a contest. Like, there are a lot. But, not really a big deal. Is Zin here? Hello, Alvis, Regina. Working even on standby, are we? Elaine, welcome back. Oh, and you brought company. These must be Arkwright Solutions' new substitute Spriggans. For a pair of teens, you look pretty on top of your game. Thanks for chipping in on the guild's request, by the way. We're expecting big results out of you. You got it, boss. So, are those laptops for investigation? For the investigation. Nah, this is a different assignment. We've been getting a lot more Orbital Network-related jobs lately. It's a byproduct of T-phones entering the market. They've introduced a whole slew of new criminal activity, from outline fraud to malicious hacking. Yeah, I've been giving Alvis a few primers while we work through the cases. The basics come to me easily enough, but this sort of thing is more Regina's forte than it's mine. Back to what I was saying, though. Can we use this comms log to determine the nearest relay station? We sure can. Remember that protocol analysis procedure? You just cross-reference it with the list of relay stations, and being a bracer seems pretty rough. In this day and age, it's imperative that we keep our body of knowledge up with the times. Issues where we can't determine the root cause, such as the service disruptions, force us to look outward for assistance. Yeah, that tracks. It's the whole reason you came knocking for me and S in the first place. Yeah, but you obviously do have bracers, so it's not there. Like, Estella's not someone who's tech savvy, so these kind of jobs are kind of out of her wheelhouse. But I'm sure Joshua, you know, obviously not as much as Ren, but Joshua would be able to handle some tech-related stuff, surely. Just want to check the shops for gifts.
本日はどういたしましょう。ぜひまたの機会に。ようこそおいでくださいました。今後ともどうかごひいき。
カスタムなら任せておきな。
Yep, new weapon for Elaine. Swin. And Nadia.
ごゆっくりお買い物をお楽しみください。またいいもん揃えとくぜ。
Alright, well, I guess we will head to Old Town. Actually, let's go to Tyrell District. I want to see if we can see a movie real quick.
またいつでもどうぞ。
I wonder if, I forget what his name is that works here. Albert. I don't see Albert, but I do see two Aramis students. Sasha and Arya. You said you needed a book on first aid for the festival, right? Let's see, would something like this do the trick? Whoa, the author even specializes in sports medicine. It's perfect, I knew you'd come through, Arya. Don't mention it. There's a reason I'm the Academy's head student librarian, after all. Alright, let's go check out the movie theater. Is that Thompson? No, this guy's name is Toki, but it is the same, like, character model.
こちらに用はないわ。
Oh, yeah, it's 9 a.m. Of course the movie theater's not going to be open. Alright, we'll just continue the request then. Actually, let's do the, assuming the hot springs are open. Oh, I'm curious about the dialogue. Hey there, Anya. Oh, hi, Swin. Nadia here to take a bath in the middle of the day? That's a little weird. Well, I'm sure Elaine would drag you right out if she thought you were up to something. Oh, nothing like that. Actually, we're on a date. No, we're not. And when did you two get so close? Anya and I had a long talk about romance the other day. We decided that childhood friends to lovers makes for the best sort of couples. Oh boy. Yeah, first loves are always bittersweet, and then it all comes down to whether... Oh boy. And then it all comes down to whether the boy can ever see the girl as a possible partner. Why do they have the same interests? Well, at least they seem to be getting along. I was hoping Elaine was gonna have something to say about that. But, oh well. You'd think of someone who grew up in the garden, he'd have more scars. Alright. Oh, hello. Are you the ones filling in for Van while he's away? That's right, and we have something we'd like to ask you. It's about your son, Eddy. Eddy? Has something happened to him? I thought he was finally getting his life on track. I mean, he'd been coming by so often lately. But then he just stopped and nobody I've spoken to has seen or heard from him either. I'm starting to worry. Well, there's no need to jump to conclusions just yet. Although it is a bit concerning that he hasn't been home recently. Eddy hasn't shown up at work either, so his boss at the food stand wanted us to check on him. That's why we came to you. We were hoping he might have told you where he was headed. That boy, constant trouble for his boss too. Well, I'm not sure how helpful this will be, but when I last saw him, he seemed a little anxious. He told me he wasn't going to be back for a while. I figured he meant he was going to be busy with work. I have a feeling he's gotten himself wrapped up into some trouble with that old gang of his. After all, they were pretty angry about him leaving. I'm worried they might still hold a grudge against him. I understand your concern, but I think the chances of that are pretty low. Most of Desire's leaders are either dead or in custody. As an organized gang, they're practically finished. Yeah, I doubt they have the manpower to go after everyone who left. Really? But that still doesn't explain where Eddy's gone. Listen, if you have the time, I genuinely appreciate you keeping an eye out for him. I need to make sure that idiot of son of mine is safe. Leave it to us. We'll do everything we can to find him. Well, now we know he hasn't been home either. Couple that with the fact that he didn't tell his mom anything useful, and we're right back to where we started. The Blacklight District's probably going to be our best bet then. Considering the people involved, I mean. Actually, I suggest we seek out a more reliable source. I believe Van mentioned wanting to introduce you if the opportunity presented itself. Using your Sifa, Elaine called up this particular reliable source. Hello there, you must be Van's newest assistants. My name is Bermani and I'm a bartender. However, I'm also known for my intimate relations with Van. Is that so? Well, I'd love to hear any stories you have. Although, I understand any hesitancy you might have about him. He's one of the best information dealers out there. Both Van and I make great use of him. But with that, let's get back to business. Bermani, there's something we'd like to ask you. Anything for you, Elaine. Based on the timing, I assume you'd like to know about the happenings surrounding Desire? Sounds like you know exactly what's going on then. Of course I do. These past few days, the remaining members have been disappearing one after the other. So it's not just Eddy. It would seem that other gangs have finally declared a hunting season. Some of their members have faced capture already, though many more have gone into hiding. Hunting season? Desire was an organization with its fair share of cunning leaders, and those leaders always made sure they were at the top of the underworld. To see their ambitions fulfilled, however, they made the choice to trample upon a number of other gangs. Unsurprisingly, this created enemies. Enemies who have the perfect opportunity to enact revenge on their past tormentors, now that Desire's down on its luck. Is that the gist of it? Bingo! The situation has been escalating at a rapid pace lately. Most of these hunters aren't even attempting to hide who they're targeting anymore. Actually, it seems like one group was recently acting up at the Center Marsh. That might be a good place to start. Right, I appreciate the intel. We'll head over now. There's no need for thanks. After all, only the best for my dearest Van and Elaine. Swin and Nadia, darlings, feel free to use little old me to your advantage in the future. If you're ever in a pinch, just give me a ring. Of course, we appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Barry. Oh my, now that's a new one. I'll be looking forward to chatting with you in the future, Nadia. Well, it looks like our next destination is set. We'll look into what the gangs were doing at the Marche and see if we can get some info on Eddy. Yes, we don't know for certain if he's a target of this hunting season. You have to admit the timing's a little convenient. No way it's not related. We don't have any other leads at the moment either. Let's find someone familiar with the Marche and see if they know anything. Well, that's all we can really do.
よし行くか
All right. Where are we going? Just up the way. Oh, I want to go to the fishing place. Because we are out of bait. Ooh, line roller. Yeah, different type of bait. Alright, that's fine. And then... Oh, you can only buy that once. Alright, that should be good for now. Actually, you know what? Buy a little bit more. Alright, 50 bait is fine. And before we continue this quest, let's go over to the water area over here. Okay, there's only one type of fish in here. Worried about that then. Giselle. People going after former Desire members? Yeah, something like that has happened around here. Some people last night in the back alleys were wondering if I saw anyone that could be a Desire member. I didn't want to get involved, and personally I think it's much more interesting to watch from the sidelines. I see it doesn't look like there's much of a hunt going on now, though. That's probably because they moved to another location. You're a sharp one. The Desire members aren't idiots. If someone comes to search you out, you naturally find a place to lay low for a while. Place to lay low? I think the most likely place would be the sewers. Up until recently, Jeffrey and the others were using it as a temporary hideout. I think you might just be right. I saw some rough-looking types run off in that direction a little while ago. I'm guessing they were found out and had to resort to bunkering down the sewers. Sounds like we got here just in time then. Let's head out. Yeah, we should get going. Ugh. Oh wow, we don't even have to go that far. Guess it is a side quest. The Eddy on the floor? No. Damn it, didn't I say we were in the wrong? Please, just let me go. I'll give you all my Mira. Shut up. No amount of Mira is going to pay us back for the years of suffering you guys put us through. Desire's reign is at an end. Now get on your knees and beg like the dogs you are. Heh, guess those Desire pricks weren't so high and mighty after all. Pisses me off we were under their heel for so long. How about we tie their legs and let them go for a swim? No, please. You don't really want me to die, right? What's with the sudden appeal for mercy? Don't you remember when you did shit like this? That'll be enough of that, I think. Sorry, but I'm not willing to overlook senseless violence. Who the hell are you? This is none of your business. Looks like that info is spot on. They should know what's going on. Well, they'll spill their guts one way or another. Although I would prefer we not resort to violence if we could help it. If you all answer our questions, this matter can be resolved peacefully. Hey, that woman over there, isn't that Blade or something, Bracer? The hell are you talking about? You think some famous person would get involved in our little spats? Look, I don't know why you're here, but if you get in our way, you better be ready for a beating. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Boo, why can't you losers learn to use your brains for once? If you've already made up your mind, then let's get this over with quickly. Eek! And there he goes. Leave him be for now. We need to take care of the perpetrators first. Damn it, you let them get away. They're just a couple of brats. Come on, let's get rid of them. That woman looks like she can totally beat ass, though. She'll be too busy defending the kids. Just surround them. Here they come. Defending the kids. Alright, why don't you tell us what you know? I can't believe we lost some kids and their chaperone. Yeah, I can't move my body. What'd you do? Is this string? It won't come off. Yep, it's a special thread of mine, as fine as a spider's silk. The strongest of the strong couldn't get out of this stuff. It'd be practically impossible for you guys to get out of it. That's what you think. Well, if that won't hold you back, why don't we try this? Ha! What did you do to me? Oh, I don't feel so good, so dizzy. All I did was give the thread a little tug. More importantly, are you going to answer our questions or not? Honestly, I'm fine with whatever you choose. We'll just leave you here and wait for all the blood to build in your head. Do you want to know what happens after that? I know you're concerned, but you can leave it to Nadia. This method never fails to get results. She won't cross any lines. Yes, well, considering you two were trained by the Guardians, forgive me if I have my concerns. I understand you have your faith in her, but there's almost certainly a difference between what you and I believe crosses the line. Just know if things get out of hand, it'll be my duty to stop her. With Elaine's input, Nadia was made to perform a more subdued line of questioning on the gang members. In the end, they informed the group of their aims without causing any further fuss. So it seems Eddy really was the target. It doesn't sound like anyone's managed to find him yet, though. I don't think they were lying either. That reminds me, Brenda said he dropped by a few days ago, right? Yeah, that's when he mentioned he wouldn't be around for a while. In light of what we know about the hunt for the former Desire members, it seems most likely Eddy hid himself away so as not to get his mother involved. However, there's no guarantee he can keep himself safe until the end. Our client's request was to figure out what happened to him, so we should focus on actually finding him first. At the moment, nothing else matters. In that case, why don't we head to the Satan district? Based on what those gang members said, it seems like that's where he's most likely to be. They did say a former Desire member had holed up somewhere over there. It also sounded like they'd already started their search of the area. We should hurry up. Alright, well, let's do it. There's a police station in the area, so it should be relatively safe around here. However, the spot in particular is known to be a place where shady people frequent. No, stop! Hey, what do you think you're doing? The kid's got nothing to do with this. Stop, get back here! What was that? Let's go take a look. We just heard a scream. Is everything alright? These gangsters just came out of nowhere and accused us of hiding someone. We told them we didn't know what they were talking about, but they took Frala with them as a hostage anyway. Frala? She's one of the girls on our team. Simon, our captain, went to go chase them down. Looks like we don't have time to waste. Do you know which way they might have gone? The sewer entrance under the bridge would be my best guess. How would you even guess that? They ran off in that direction at least. It'd be the most likely hiding place. Got it. Leave everything to us. The sewers again? It's like they are into the smell or something. No time for complaining. Let's go. This must be the Satan sewers. Nadia, you sensing anything? Yeah, it feels like a bunch of people just came through here. I think I can hear some voices too. They must be up ahead then. We're not too late. I'd heard you two were quite skilled, but that was an impressive analysis. This does seem to be where the gang members ran off to. Let's remain cautious moving forward. May as well. It's not too far in. This is what the first place we ran into Judith last game. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Simon, come on. We know all about your friendship with Mark. I get you're trying to cover you for friends and desire, but even Eddy? That's real low. I'm only going to say this once. Talk about Mark again and you'll get a face full of fist. That's besides the point anyway. I ain't covering for anyone. Even if I was, Eddy left Desire ages ago. What, you think we'd just take his word for it? If you don't start talking, I'm sure we can find another way to get those lips flapping. Simon, the longer it takes for you to fess up, the more time we have to think of ways to put this girl to use. I'm sure we can have all kinds of fun with her. But if that idea doesn't sit well with you, maybe it's time to rethink where your loyalties lie. You dirty bastards. Who are you? I apologize for the delay, but we'll be taking it from here. Some wannabe heroes, huh? We got a hostage. Try anything and see what happens. This girl's skin will be split like a grape. A hostage definitely complicates things. If push comes to shove, we may need to rely on Nadia's abilities. Rah! Get your dirty paws off her. Attaboy, Eddy. This damn kid. Eddy finally decided to show yourself, huh? Eddy? Well, that was certainly unexpected. Frolic, get over here. Simon, got it. Don't worry about me. Take the kid and get out of here. Alright, thanks. Be careful. So that brat escaped, huh? But damn, you sure picked a good time to jump in, Eddy. Saved us the trouble of having to look for you. Look, if it's me you want, nobody else has to be involved. So you're Eddy, huh? You have a bit more backbone than I was expecting. We were asked by Thompson and your mother to find you. The manager and my ma, huh? Bunch of busybodies. Well, for the moment, we can see you're fine. We'll talk about what comes next after we deal with these guys. Heck, you better be ready to show us a good time after you ruined all our fun. Make sure you get your hands on Eddy. It'll be a pain in the ass if he runs off again. Don't worry about me, I've dealt with my fair share of punks before. Of that, I have no doubt. Even though he's technically not joining us. You two of them go down already? One. If that got any longer, I might have been in trouble. Give up. You have no chance of winning. Let's see what should be needlessly injured. I suggest you surrender. Shut up. We ain't going down that easily. Come on, get up. I'll call the others. These guys don't know when to quit. Guys who can't tell when to give up aren't exactly popular with the ladies, you know. I'm sure I'm tired, though. It's okay if I take a little nap here, right? Why would that ever be okay? If you're tired, you're more than welcome to have a rest in our hotel suite. You're with the Bank of Edith. They're the ones from the fake kidnapping case, aren't they? I heard the old man was her bodyguard. What are you doing here? Especially you, Brazili. You promised you'd stay out of trouble. That's my line, Eddy. You knew you'd be in danger, but you still ran off on your own. If you don't want to cause trouble, then don't make others worry on your behalf. See, this is what's nice. This is like technically like a part 2 to the 4 SPG we did in the first game. I see. I believe I understand the issue now. Let me be clear. Eddy is no longer involved with Desire. In fact, he has been received as an important guest at our hotel. I'd like to ask that you take your leave. If you bring harm to our guests in any way, shape, or form, we will show no mercy. What a pain in the ass. Screw it. There's no benefit in bagging Eddy anymore, so let's just clear out. Are you kidding? We're just going to give up just like that? You don't get it, do you? Bringing him in wasn't going to make us any mirror anyway. And with these guys involved, the costs outweigh the benefit. So I'm free? I don't have to keep hiding? Mr. Rumsfeld, thank you for your help. It seems you were far more involved than I imagined. Care to explain how you ended up here? Of course, we've known Eddy for a while now, you could say. We only did what we could to help him. However, you must all be exhausted after the incident. Rather than standing around in a sewer, why not return with us to more comfortable lodgings? So in other words, you were holed up in here the whole time. Yeah, as soon as the other gang started taking revenge, I figured it's only a matter of time before they came for me. I didn't want to cause any trouble for my mom, so I thought I'd just lay low till it all blew over. Actually, I started chatting with Brazili here through some orb mail some time ago. When he suddenly stopped answering my messages, I was worried sick. I felt like I had no choice but to put a search out for him. We finally found him taking shelter in an abandoned building. Of course, Eddy was hesitant to come with us, but we couldn't just leave him all alone and defenseless. I owe him a lot, so I wanted to do everything I could to help him in return. That's right, he helped resolve the kidnapping situation you were in, didn't he? I remember now. Van's note said something about Eddy thwarting the leader of Desire's real goal. Well then, I trust you now understand why we were so adamant on protecting Eddy. Originally, we intended to offer him a place to stay in safety. However, he eventually ended up running off into danger all on his own. I suspect you can surmise the rest. I know they did me a solid by covering for me. I shouldn't have run off like that. But those rats started bringing in people who had nothing to do with any of this. I couldn't let that happen. You've truly matured, Eddy. However, it should be known that Miss Brucelia was the one to decide on coming to your aid. He was so brave for standing up for them. I just wanted to give him a hand. Wow, guess I really owe you one, huh? Well, aren't you two an interesting pair? I suppose it's more of a sibling relationship, though, much different from me and S. Yeah, sure, anyway. I've already contacted Thompson, he should be here soon. I see, looks like I made him worry too. Do you think he'll be mad? I know everything's settled down, but if he or my mom got wrapped up in this, I don't think you need to worry about that. Those gang members mentioned they weren't getting much benefit from targeting former Desire members. I think they've given up on pursuing you any further, Eddy. You should be safe. I've already reported the situation to the guild. Any hunt of theirs will be put to immediate end. Wow, you already gave a report to the guild? You really got your stuff together, Blade Lady. Huh. Guess that means I'll have to go back into hiding then. You found Eddy? Thompson, sorry for making you worry. There's no need to apologize. I heard you had a lot on your plate. From now on, I hope you feel like you can come to me for any help you might need. And you all, thank you very much. It seems you went well beyond just finding the boy. I'll be sure to send the payment over as soon as I can. Thank you. We're happy to help. Another successful day of substitute spriganing. I'd like to also thank everyone at the hotel for all you've done for Eddy. Please, it was no problem at all. We simply returned an old favor. Yes, Eddy helped me, so it's my turn to help him. Eddy, you should make sure to take it easy for a while. I'm sure your mother must be worried sick. I'm sorry to ask more of you so soon, but would you mind making sure he gets home safely? Yeah, no problem. The adventure doesn't end till you're safe and sound in bed. Hey, don't go thinking you can start pushing me around. I'll go see my mom if I wanna. Can't you be a little more honest with yourself? You do care about your mom a lot, after all. Well, of course I do, but it's kind of embarrassing. Jeez, I ain't got a leg to stand on when it comes to you, Briselia. Alright, I'll go see my mom. I'm glad to hear it. Actually, this is a good chance for me to finally meet your mom. I've been wanting to meet her for a while now. Yes, seeing as you and Miss Briselia plan to remain in contact, I would appreciate a chance to learn more about you. It's prudent that I think the woman who raised such a fine young man. What? You're all overreacting. Hey, you guys say something. There you have it. Thank you so much for finding my idiot son. The same to you as well, miss. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone to bringing him back. Can't believe they actually came home with me. There's hardly any need for thanks, madam. We were pleased to help where we could. That being said, have you heard of the rather fantastic display of courage that Eddy gave? Yeah, even though he was being hunted, he went out of his way to help others in need. And when that happened, he said, "My goodness, to think my little troublemaker could be so brave. You don't need to go over every little thing I did. Come on, this is so embarrassing." I think we can see ourselves out. Yes, we did our best to protect the peace. For now, let's leave them be. Aw, they were just getting to the good stuff. Yeah, maybe next time.
これにて解決だね。報酬が振り込まれたわ。
And there you have it. Gray rank up to 4. Alright, and with that, we are done with our optional 4 SPGs for the time being. So next time, we're going to head to Tryon Tower and continue on with the investigation. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.